Here's the preview video for Sunday, August 4th. We're in a new series, Mission Control. Follow the flight plan, where we'll be talking about obedience, trusting who's in charge by doing what you're asked to do. And our memory verse for this month is, the way we show our love is to obey God's commands. He commands you to lead a life of love. That's what you've heard from the beginning. So we're going to start off this month by looking at the Bible. What is the Bible? And specifically Psalm 119, 105. When you learn about God, it's easier to follow him. So the first activity here is a review activity over the whole entire Bible. We have the Space Bop Stories activity pages. Instead of crayons, we'll be using markers. We have the foam stickies, fly swatters, and a balloon. So here are the activity cards. You give one to each kid. They can color their card if they want. There's some markers here instead of the crayons. And then they'll use these foam stickies to stick it to a fly swatter. Then you can use the air pump to inflate a balloon. And then you want to bop the balloon down in order from the person who has the first card to the person who has the last. And these picture cards will show the whole story of the Bible, from the Garden of Eden to the fall, all the way to the end of Revelation, with us being the church who are purveyors of God's love today. So then you have the discussion on that. Next activity is get into the God time cards. We will be reintroducing God time cards and parent cue cards over the next school year. So there are 3 different types of God time cards. There are the kind here that are folded in half for 4th grade and above. Then there are the kind here that have in the corner kindergarten and first, and then the kind here in the corner says 2nd and 3rd grade. For the purposes of your group activity here in Cuck, we're going to be doing the 2nd and 3rd grade activity here on day 1. So you'll be doing that activity. But at the end of that activity, you can give kids in your group the God time card that is for their grade level. So as a group in Cuck, we're doing this one, but at the end of Cuck, pass out the one that is for each kid based on their grade level. So for this God time activity, you can go ahead and read through that and then write down Psalm 119, 105 on a sticky note. So you have Bibles here and sticky notes and pens for kids to do that. And then on your PDF leader guide, you can go through and point out to the kids the different parts of the God time. There's always a verse to look up, a short paragraph explaining the verse, an activity to help you put the verse into practice, and then a prayer prompt. So go through those things on this day as a group so that your kids can kind of get some practice, and then encourage the kids to do day 2 and then day 3 and day 4 on their own at home or on the other God times that they may be receiving. Last activity is the bookmark activity, and once again encouraging kids to get into the Bible and using their God time cards. We have these little bookmarks here. It has the bottom line, when you learn about God, it's easier to follow him. And then the memory verses on there as well. Kids can color this if they want. They can kind of draw in the rocket's red glare there and the flame coming back. But once again, the challenge to the kids is to use this bookmark and the God time to actually get into their Bible this week. So those are the 3 activities: the review fly swatter activity, the God time activity, and the bookmarks. They can use the markers to color the bookmarks. That's it. We'll see you on Sunday.